The red-tailed chipmunk. Chipmunks are part of the rodent family, along with their squirrel cousins. You'll have to forgive me, for I don't know how to correctly pronounce their scientific name. It is Neotamius sufciatus. These little red-tailed chipmunks can be found in both Canada and the U.S. The red-tailed chipmunk has a complex and connected organ system that functions as a whole. You can tell this just by looking at the chipmunk because they have skin and several other internal organs. The red-tailed chipmunk, being an omnivore, is also a primary consumer. Chipmunks, like all other mammals, reproduce through internal fertilization. Chipmunks have a much higher level of parental care because of the energy expense it takes to reproduce this way. The red-tailed chipmunks tend to breed between late February and early July. When the weather turns cold, most stay in their burrows and will come out later in March. These chipmunks live in the forest. They may choose to live in dead or alive trees, and they find much of their food on the forest floor. All living things grow and adapt. As for the red-tailed chipmunk, they do a few things, especially in the winter, to keep themselves alive. For starters, they stay in their burrows and they get a coat that is soft, dense, and slightly woolly to keep warm. The opposite to this is in summer. Their coat is much brighter in color. As for growth, the red-tailed chipmunk grows to be about the size of a teacup, about 4 to 7 inches in height. Over time, the chipmunks have adapted to survive winter. They can easily survive any food shortage or winter because they have put themselves into a state like hibernation, where they slow their breathing and drop their body temperature. Lastly, as we all know, the chipmunks can store food in their little chubby cheeks because they have little cheek pouches designed for this purpose. These little guys will live approximately 2 to 3 years. Red-tailed chipmunks can be divided into 2 subspecies, and again, I'm probably going to pronounce these wrong: Rufosiatus and simulans. I hope I got those right. Their population is strong and is considered to be part of the least concern. Although this species has been through some rough times that could have really affected their genetic diversity, they are still going strong. Human growth and consumption can negatively impact biodiversity levels. Like in Alvin and the Chipmunks, deforestation is a leading cause to these furry friends becoming endangered. If all the rodents, squirrels and chipmunks included, were to be gone, there would be a large gap in the food chain, leading to catastrophic events. The best thing we as humans can do is to stop being greedy and try to leave the forests alone. Of course, there is also natural disaster like forest fires that affects this as well. On the phylogenetic tree, the chipmunks, living with squirrels and the rest of the rodents, live within that red circle. And zoomed into the rodent's branch, the red-tailed chipmunks live within the second red circle. All living things are a part of a kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species, or otherwise known as the classifications of life. The chipmunks belong to the Animalia kingdom, the Chordata phylum, the Mammalia class, the Rodentia order, the Sierraidae family, the Tomius genus, and we know the species because it's in the name. And for anyone who isn't following along, it is a chipmunk. Thanks for watching!